Good day. Welcome to Infinity Safety Awareness, our community podcast. I'm your host, Sonal Fool. Today, we have two gentlemen with us. I should not be saying two. We have two young gentlemen and then two bit experienced gentlemen. We have Alek with us and Vihan with us. We have Umar, who has a vast experience on IT technology, IT security, cyber security. But before we go further, I would like to acknowledge we are on Treaty 6 land. We live in a community where we have diverse community, and we also strive to create a safe environment for everyone where we live. To Alek and Vihan, we are going to talk about the computer, cyber safety, how much time they spend, and what programs they play, and how much time they spend on a computer too, and where Umar will give us his expertise, how we can to teach the young generation to be safe on a computer. Is that okay, guys, with you? Thank you, Vihan. So, Vihan, my first question to you is, and thank you for taking the time to come. I know it's too, you will spend time on a computer, but my question to you is, Vihan, what games do you play on computer?
Like I play my MSM, Roblox, and Minecraft.
And Alex, what about you? What games do you play?
I Sing Monsters, Dragon City, and
Like-
Roblox.
I have more games. Like I also use. Oh wait, never mind.
No, that's good. What other games you have in mind which you play?
Like Rocket League and other stuff.
That's good. So, Vihan, how much time do you spend on a computer?
So like on weekdays, 1 to 2 hours.
Mhm.
Weekends, 2 to 3.
What about you, Alec? How much time do you spend on a computer? And be honest, on a weekdays and weekends.
For weekdays I spend about 8 hours, and for weekends about 14.
Okay. So both of you, if you can tell me, like you guys both play the computer games, right?
Yes.
And then if I have to say, how do you find friends whom you play?
Real life.
I'm sorry?
Real life.
What do you mean by real life?
At school.
Well, yeah, school.
Mostly school.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask Umar some questions, and then if you guys have any question, and when we are talking, if you have anything you have to ask question to Umar, please do ask, right? Okay, Vihan? So Umar, thank you for taking a time to come and talk and enlighten or give us a knowledge to the young generation also how to stay safe on while playing computer games, right? So Umar, tell me your experience with computer games and not experience, like experience with teaching with to the young generation how they can stay safe on computer while playing the games.
Well, Sunny, thank you so much, first of all. And it is a great topic, actually. There are so many kids playing games or using the cell phone or using the laptop or Chromebook and this and that to play games all the time, right? So that is where most of our young generation is moving from, like physical games, right? We used to, listen to people playing soccer or hockey. Nowadays, in the young generation, less than 20 or 18 years, like there are more people spending time on the computer playing games or like using social media, etc., as compared to going out and playing some physical games or board games, at least, right? So that is one thing. And the second one is that, when we give a computer or laptop to a kid, right? Depending on the age level. So we are kind of opening the whole world to that kid. in one way it's really good, so that they can search anything, whatever is helpful in their studies, etc. And on the other end, it's really bad, because you are exposing your kids at a very early age to many things that should not be, they are not exposed to at that age level, right? So how you can like keep yourself secure, so that is another question now. So once, like, kids are downloading games or using it, so when you're downloading, download from the authentic source, so Play Store or Apple Store, like those are the places. Don't go to random websites and start downloading stuff from there, because there is a lot of antivirus, like viruses in that, right? That we have to, if we don't have an antivirus, so it don't gonna catch that. That is first of all.
Thank
The
you, Umar.
second is,
One second, Umar. So I'm going to ask this question to these two young gentlemen. So Vihan and Alek, both, if you can answer one by one. So Vihan, you go first, as Alek is saying. So when you are downloading the games, or even though when you are the chat programs, when you are downloading, how do you know this program is safe to download? Do you talk to your parents, or how does it work? How do you do it?
There's special malware that detects if it's a virus or not.
Yeah. So like,
So do you want to ask this question to Umar, and he can maybe help you or guide you?
oh
So-
wait,
Yeah.
so like, if you have antivirus, it could like detect if there's a virus. So like, if you go on a website and you don't have any viruses and you download a game, there could be a virus at your computer. But if you have antivirus, like if you have no on, it detects the virus and it keeps your computer safe, and you don't go on that website.
And sometimes it just prevents you from downloading a thing if you click on it.
Yes, yeah, that's like mine. I have antivirus, and also, so like I have antivirus, and then like I tried downloading a game, and it just prevented me from downloading it. It just opened a new tab and said this game has a virus, etc. That's
Alec
why antivirus is useful and stuff.
Alec and Vihan, both of you, if you see that the tab which it says is could be a virus, do you ask your parents about it? Should we download this game or not, or you just do it?
It just prevents us from downloading it. It won't let
Yeah.
us download it at all.
Yes, it just prevents us.
So Omar, what you will advise them to young generation, like when they see this kind of a message, what they should be doing and what they should not be doing?
again, yeah, like first of all, you need to check that if this is an authentic source, right, where you're downloading it. So if I will use an example of Roblox, because both mention Roblox, right? So Roblox, if you can download it from their website. So when you Google Roblox name, there are many websites coming, right? So for the kids to know which one is authentic, which one is having a right logo on it, and whichever is saying the right name, that is authentic. There are some like websites with that name that has a different address on it, right? It says Roblox slash blah blah blah. Like it can be totally different, right? Which is not correct. So that is first of all that you need to validate that wherever you're going, it's the right information. The second, when you're registering or signing up, you provide like reasonable information, right? Whatever is your parent information and your information. Some of the games ask you a lot of information that is not required, right? They ask you your home address, where you live, like they ask you about your birth date, like that kind of information, right? So basically what they are looking for is like these are not the like not all websites ask for that, but some websites do. So provide the information. First of all, think about what they really need to know and just provide that information. The second thing is when you're downloading something or installing it, it provide you information like ask to download cookies, etc. So it's another hidden program. They download it to your machine, and they keep collecting the information. So before you click next or yes, always read what they are telling you. So make sure that you know that information before moving forward. And if you are not sure, always ask an adult, or ask your other brother or sister, or like mother, father, whoever is available, right? Ask them to help you out with that.
So, Alec and Vihan, do you understand what Omar is talking about? Do you know what he meant by the cookies or the virus, and how much information you will be downloading or providing? Alec, what your thoughts are? Do you what do you understand out of it?
I just have a question.
Ask.
It's just some of the things do not have tell what they actually do to your hardware. That's the problem. They can lie, they can tell the truth. You don't know what's going on until you actually download it.
Behind what you understood what Omar just said.
Like honestly, if they ask you for your age and stuff and they don't have an age requirement, they probably just need you to know if you're like old enough to like play the game.
So what Umar is saying, do you understand should you be providing this information or not? Without asking the adults.
The birthday one is just the birthday one is just for so they can give you something on your birthday in like the game. But sometimes you don't even have to put your real birthday in there. Just put in some random letters and there you go.
What about you, Vihan? What you understood?
Like probably because like well, probably like doing the steps, and you should know like what they're doing to you, like what they're doing and stuff.
So what Umar said, in doubt or in caution before you proceed, you should be asking the adult. You should be asking your older brother,
Yeah.
sister. So you agree? What you think you should be asking, or you should be providing the information? Vihan.
Asking.
Thank you. Alec, what you say?
It kind of depends if your friends trust it. If your friends are all playing it, then it's probably safe.
So Omar, this is another question I have to ask you. Like what Alec and Vihan just mentioned is kind of a peer pressure, not a peer pressure like my other friends are playing, I have to download too, or I have to play that game. But as you mentioned, like when you are down,
it's not peer pressure. It's just if it looks fun, you want to download it.
Yeah.
Only if it's free, though. Only if it's free.
Yeah.
So, Omar, what you would like to advise in that, the light and the funny programs, or how to stay secure?
Most of the games are good, right? It's nothing wrong downloading it and playing on it, right? And not when you download a game, most of the games don't ask you for the information. You can download it and start playing it, and it's usually fine. There are some games which are not real games, or there is back-end agenda to collect some information out of your computer or phone or iPad or whatsoever. So those games ask you question. If you downloaded a game where there is no registration page, right, you're good. But if they start asking you some information as you're playing, like as Alex said, don't provide the real information then. Provide some fake name, provide some fake birth date, right? So that is one way to do it. Second,
or if they ask for a Gmail account, just make one that you will never use and just put that Gmail account in there.
Yeah.
like a fake Gmail account.
Correct. So these kids are already smart enough to realize that they don't even provide the real email address, right?
So,
So
Umar, my
Yeah.
next question is like, thank you for clarifying that. As Alex said, and Vihan mentioned too, from 2 hours, 3 hours, they can spend up to 14 hours on the computer. How does it affect, if in your opinion, what your advice is, how does it affect the the brain cells? How does it affect their hearing thing, eyesight in for a long term?
So overall, spending a lot of time on the computer it can be bad, right? Or dangerous. I think it's parents' responsibility to make sure that their kids are not spending enough time, like too much time or too much screen time, and there are ways to control it, right? So Apple has some information, Android has some information where you can limit that. And the second, if somebody, any image that goes through our eyes that we look at, it stores in our brain somewhere. Like, of course, it's like your memory, brain memory gonna get full sometime, right? So while you collect garbage, like you're gonna garbage in, garbage out. I'm sure you heard about that before, right? So if you collect too much garbage in your brain, it will affect your brain. You will get some thoughts about the game. You will not have good sleep. You can't focus on something like in your studies, right? So it's better to limit yourself, right? Watch, play games, watch iPad or whatsoever, but for a shorter time, not for a long time. Like hour, 2 hours is fine. But if somebody tell me 14 hours or 13 hours, even full-time job is max 8 hours in this country, right? So it's overkilling in my opinion.
So, Alec, what you think when Omar is talking about with his experience spending time on a computer? Is a good thing, bad thing? What's your comments on it? Alec, you are supposed to answer this question.
Well, I could hear you. I'm sorry.
So Omar said, did you hear Omar what he said? Like spending time on a computer, how does it impact you?
Hmm. If you take a break once in a while, it's okay. But if you are on it like no breaks whatsoever, like no breaks, just straight, your eyes will start hurting, and then your legs will you will most likely fall when you go downstairs.
What about
Yeah.
you, Vihan? What's
So
your
like,
thoughts? Sorry,
so
go ahead,
like
Vihan.
most of the time, if you like spend a long time with game, like sometimes I spend like up to 9 hours, like in weekends, like I get really sleepy, but then I don't like get enough sleep. So uh when I play video games like at night, I like don't get enough sleep, and the next day I'm just like tired and stuff, and I don't have enough energy.
So both of you said, you do acknowledge, you both agree spending too much time on a computer is not good, right? Or as I'm hearing something else. Vihan, what did you say?
So like if you play for too long, you don't get like enough sleep, and then like the next day you're just so like tired and stuff, and you
Only at night.
can't do anything.
So both of you, what you think, how much time you should be spending on a computer? Vihan.
Honestly, on weekdays, probably like at least 2 hours, but on weekends, at least, but on weekends you could spend like how much like anytime you want, because like it's still weekend and stuff.
What about you, Alec? What you think? How many hours you should be spending on a weekdays, and how many in
To be honest, how much your parents give you.
So when you said parents will give you, do you listen to your parents? That's not nice. Vihan, what do you think? So if your parents are telling you not to spend too much time on a computer, do you do it?
I honestly, I just asked for more time.
You ask for more time. So Umar, you want to talk about to them directly and ask them like spending too much time, like 13 hours or 14 hours, how it impact them.
So
Direct your question directly to both of them.
so
Yeah. So there is again, there is no maximum time and there is no minimum time. It's not defined that how much somebody should spend in a healthy way. Person to person, it is different, right? And again, spending like 14 hours, if somebody say on the computer or watching like on screen, it gonna hurt your eyes. It gonna hurt your eyes, or gonna impact your eyes, and that impact will be for the whole life. You will get glasses or lenses or whatsoever, right? So you have to limit yourself. And of course, human brain or human body is built such a way that you can focus on one thing at a time for a certain period. So you need a break or you need to step out or do some physical activity. But overall, like in my opinion, in any day, it does not matter weekend or weekdays, it should not be more than 2 to 3 hours. That is the max in my opinion.
Vihan, what you think? What Umar just said? You agree or disagree?
I kind of disagree because like if like video games are like your hobby and you really like playing it, like I'll spend like at least 5 hours or something in one day. And like when I don't play video games, I like get really bored and stuff. So I kind of disagree.
So when you say you get bored, so have you ever tried doing something else, like going for a walk, playing a board game, or
But
reading a book?
honestly, like when I just don't play video games, honestly, I just go outside and play soccer or touch grass.
That's good. What about you, Alec? Have you tried doing something else? Except like when you are bored or like say you are not playing a computer
Oh,
or Siri, go ahead, Vihan.
or I could just go to my friend's house and like play with them or like on their console.
Sure. Alec, what do you think like when you are bored, have you tried doing something else like playing an instrument or reading a book?
No, I eat cheese.
I'm sorry?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I just eat cheese.
Okay, I'm not talking about the eating, I'm talking about have you ever tried doing something else?
Yes, but it's very boring
Why?
because it's boring.
No, but you say boring, but why is it boring?
I don't know.
So, Umar, that's really a challenge for the parents too, right? When the kids, because parents are working and sometimes I'd say it's our fault, like as a parent, it's our fault not able to spend time or give time, right? Because sometimes we over busy ourselves, being honest. But how to create a interest or child, what we can do or child can do, as you said, you both kids, both Rihan and Alec, and it's a story of kind of every child, they get bored because they have not exposed or we have not exposed them to do something else except the computer games. What is the advice from the beginning?
Well, in my opinion, again, the responsibility goes to the parents to work with their kids to come up with the schedule, right? And a timetable that you are working, you're watching, this is your TV time, this is your friend's time, this is your eating time. So making sure that kids are enjoying the social life that is physical or that is on the computer as well, right? And also be doing some curriculum activities like studying or reading or doing some homework. Also getting some time to go outside, get some fresh air and play and move the body around. So I think as a parent, we should work with the kids to ask them what their likes and what their dislikes, and come up with a timetable by giving managing time for each and everything. Not leaving it to the kids that, oh, you go spend like 14 hours on the computer or computer games. We need to make sure that we are asking kids to go out, bike ride, or take them to a friend's house, or in a play zone where they can play a little bit, or to the rec center where they can swim a little bit. So responsibility lies on the parents, like if the child is under 18. And again, we should be making sure that everything, they are doing everything. It's not only they are spending all the energy they have on the computer games.
So Vihan, as Alec, both, remember, did you understand what Omar is talking about? Doing something else than being on a computer, and how does it impact you? So Vihan, you tell me, like, and as per the conversation with Omar, when you spend 4 or 5 hours on a computer, how it feels to you in the end after spending, say, 7 hours or 8 hours.
Honestly, it just feels like fun playing video games and stuff.
But physically, how does it feel?
Physically,
So okay, I will ask you a question. You play behind a lot of hockey, right? And soccer.
hockey ended.
Yeah,
So
but
I just play soccer.
so when you play hockey and soccer, do you feel more energetic, or like you feel more power in you, or when you're watching TV for 8 hours sitting at one place, which is more?
Honestly, if you're watching like something that hypes you up or like anime, it just like for some reason I just feel like a spike of energy just reached into me. But soccer, when I just play, it just makes me like feel tired and stuff. But I can still play for long.
What about you, Alec? When you go for swimming, or when you go for piano lessons, or when you go to cadet, or when you watch computer games, which one gives you more energy, more discipline, I should be saying? And being honest, please.
Swimming.
Gives you more energy, right?
Yes.
What about going for a walk?
No.
But
It just
swimming,
makes my legs tired.
what about swimming?
Yes.
So guys, I like, we have, as we are running out of time, I do have what you guys, Umar, could you advise them how much or what else they can do in their spare time?
Well, again, watching computer or playing games is not bad. And again, if you have a computer, if your parents bought you an iPad or phone or whatsoever, it's not for playing games only, right? So if you're whatever you're learning at school, you can just search for that topic and you can watch some videos about that topic, so that you're learning something, and when you go to school, you're all prepared for that. uh, you can use the phone to talk to your friends, like that is being added to the social life. And make sure that you have some physical activity in your age is a lot more important. It's gonna help your brain grow in a good way. It's gonna bring the positive vibes in your life, as compared to if you're watching your are playing your games at your computer all day. So you will feel more tired, and that's not only for that day, that will leave impact for your next many years down the road, right? So you will get sick or stuff more later. So making sure that you keep that balance in your life, Make sure that you eat healthy foods. Make sure that you're taking care of your body parts, like not stressing your eyes by looking at the machine all day or computer screen all day, right? So your eyes need some rest, your brain needs some rest. Make sure you are taking naps during the day. Make sure you go, like it's summer already, so make sure you go for bike ride, or you go for a walk, or go to the park every day and play with your school friends or other friends over there for a couple or few hours every day. That is a lot more important. And even if in winter, if it's in winter where it's like so cold outside and you can't step out, make sure like you ask your parents to take you to your friend's house or to a common place where you guys can play together.
So Vihan and Alek, both of you, um, do you agree you should be spending some time outside the computer too, which is more healthier? Vihan.
Probably.
Did you just probably?
Yeah.
So you both at least are going to think about it to go and play outside, right? And do something else, read a book or play an instrument or do any other activity than watching computers. Do you guys both promise?
No promises, but I will try.
Okay,
Same.
at least admitting for trying, we really appreciate. And both of three of you, I really appreciate taking a time and talking to us. And maybe after 1 month we can talk again. And if you see if you guys have taken some time off from the computer and how does it feel? Is that okay with both of you?
Mm.
Let's try. We are not saying anything. We are just going to try it and say we go out. You both promise you will try it and go and play something and we will see and how does it feel. You guys will tell us your experience. Is that okay to both of you?
I just wanna stick to my stuff.
At least you promise you will try.
I'll just try, but no promises.
No, that's okay. What about you, Alex?
Same thing.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Umar. I really appreciate we are running short of time. But as we have talked about it, I will take your word. After 1 month, we will meet again. And we will talk about spending a time outside is more beneficial and how do you feel. I'm your host, Sonal Fool. Keep watching our community Infinity Safety Awareness podcast. Stay healthy, stay safe.
Okay. Have a very good night, everyone.